Coming up on Inside the Summit League, it is game on. The volleyball and soccer seasons off and running. The Mavericks getting it going at home at Caniglia Field in Omaha. In Denver, a freshman goalkeeper who keeps getting the call from the U.S. women's national team. And the Pioneer volleyball squad taking home state advantage of the U.S. Olympic Training Center. Hello, welcome to Inside the Summit League. Soccer and volleyball already at it this year. Golf and cross country get it going this weekend, and we will catch up with all of them each week here on Inside the Summit League. In volleyball, Denver has won the last two regular season and the last two Summit League tournament championships. The Pioneers are the pick by the coaches to make it 3 in a row. They got 8 of the 9 first place votes from the coaches in the preseason poll. Denver have been working, their players have been working year round to stay on top, and this year that included a trip to the top training facility in the United States.
Some of our Denver teams like to take to the mountains during their preseason to train at a higher level. However, only one Pioneer squad this year had the opportunity to start their season at a center that provides a training experience of the highest quality.
Yeah, being at the Olympic Training Center, it's phenomenal. Like standing on the court and being in the same place that Olympic athletes are, and especially around now with the Olympics going on, just being in an area where people are so serious about, their actions and do everything so diligently, it's really inspirational.
It's motivating. We see Olympians, Paralympians, and you realize how much it really takes to become the best at your sport, and it drives you to become a better player in person.
Taking the trip just an hour south to Colorado Springs allowed the team a chance to get away from all distractions and the capability to develop their team's strengths for the season. Combine that with the team bonding that happens while off the court, and it turns into an extremely valuable experience.
It's great because once you're in this Olympic bubble, you're secluded. And that's important at the beginning of the season for our kids to be able to get to know each other, for our staff to know our players. So they're eating together, they're going to the training room together, they're living together in the dorms here, as well as obviously training in the gym. And so we really get to know each other really well. It's a great bonding experience in a really cool Olympic environment.
It's great, especially at the beginning. Integrating the new freshmen onto our team is really important, so we have a lot of time to bond and just be with each other and kind of be isolated from everything else that we're, at DU there's so much to do and so many places to go, and here it's like we're all together and we're all in this together and we're working hard, so it's really great.
Well, Denver started the season at a tournament in San Diego. They won 2 of their 3 matches there, including one of those against San Diego State. Denver is back home this weekend for the Pioneer Classic, and that tournament includes one of the top 20 teams in the nation right now in Loyola Marymount. Well, every volleyball team in the Summit League this year is going to get a chance to play in a brand new arena when they visit Vermillion to take on the University of South Dakota. The Coyotes played their first match in their new joint on Tuesday night. South Dakota played host to North Dakota on Tuesday night in the first sporting event ever in the new Sanford Coyote Sports Center in Vermillion. And the premier event there drew a USD volleyball record 2,400 fans. The Yotes led for most of the first set before North Dakota scored 3 straight points late to tie it up at 23. But USD gets a kill by freshman Elizabeth Lotion, and then Lindsey Brown and Haley Dotseth with a block on the final point, and the Coyotes take set 1 25-23. South Dakota dominates set 2 out to an 18-5 lead on a kill by setter Brittany Jessen. Jessen had 12 kills, 19 digs, and 39 assists. And then Jessen to Audrey Rieg. Rieg leads USD with 13 kills, and the Yotes win set 2 25-8. North Dakota rallies in set 3 25-23, but South Dakota closes it out in the 4th. They get out to a 12-2 lead on another kill by Lotion. And then Rachel Schmidt with a couple of kills late. Yotes win set 4 25-14, and they open their new arena with a 3-1 win. Well, that Tuesday night match was not included in the voting, but here are the season's first players of the week in volleyball, and the offensive award goes to one of those Coyotes, Brittany Jessen at South Dakota. She was the Summit League Setter of the Year last year, and she started the season this year with 100 assists in 3 matches at the Hurricane Classic in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The Coyotes lost to Alabama there, but they came back, beat Incarnate Word and Tulsa in that tournament. The first defensive player of the week is Olivia Hahn at Fort Wayne. The senior made the all-tournament team in the Fort Wayne Invitational. The Dons beat Youngstown State and Ball State in that tournament, and Hahn averaged just under 6 digs per set in the tournament. Well, Western Illinois is trying to get things going in the right direction after winning just one Summit League match last season in volleyball. Western plays in the University of Iowa tournament coming up this weekend. Kelly Richardson is in her 2nd season now as the Leatherneck head coach. And here is a little look at how she has been putting her team to work getting ready for this season.
Hi, I'm Kelly Richardson, head volleyball coach here at Western Illinois University. The girls just finished up with breakfast this morning and are down in the training room getting treatment with our trainer, and we're gearing up for our first practice of the day. We'll get started here at 8:30 and are really looking forward to our first session where we're going to break down our technique and really start putting into motion the things that we've been talking about over the past day. After that, we'll adjourn and we're going to go grab some lunch, and then we're back at it at 2 o'clock so that we can get back on the court and start working on some team concepts and putting those things that we've been breaking down in the morning into action in the afternoon. Following that, we'll keep getting a little bit of treatment from our trainer so that she can make sure that we're as fresh as possible. We'll come back together tonight at 7:30 again for one last session where we can put everything together and play a little bit and kind of see how the girls are progressing. It's an exciting day. It's an exciting preseason. We're excited that you're following us and what we're doing here at Western Illinois. We appreciate your support, and go Leathernecks.
After our first practice this morning, we counted the balls, we got everything ready, and we brought it back over to Brophy today. And we went over to lunch, had a good lunch. Then we had a little bit of a break, so I called my mom to catch up with her. And now we're back here getting ready to go for our 2nd session this afternoon. Today we did a lot of defensive work and broke down a lot of blocking and where we need to go on defense. And now we're about to get some ice and go get some food, and we'll come back for our 3rd session tonight. Getting ready for our 3rd session. Before this, we all hung out in the locker room, watched a little bit of the Olympics, and now we're just going to play some 6-on-6 for the last session of the day, and we're pretty excited about it. Just finished up our 3rd practice today. Thanks for following me around and seeing what it's like to be a volleyball player at Western Illinois.
Well, up next, South Dakota State won the Summit League tournament last year in women's soccer. So who is back for the Jacks this year? And this Denver keeper keeps getting the call from the U.S. women's national soccer team.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn.
Welcome back. In Summit League women's soccer, North Dakota State and South Dakota State have been duking it out at the top of the conference in the last couple of seasons, and they are expected to do it again this year. The Bison are the early favorite, picked by the coaches to win the regular season again. Meanwhile, the Jackrabbits have won the league tournament the last couple of years. SDSU took a couple losses to get the season started this year. A 1-0 defeat here at the hands of Utah State. And then they had another 1-0 loss a few days later at Iowa State. But the Jacks have come back with a win over Northern Iowa and then a 1-1 tie at home against Kansas this past Sunday. Madison Ewell has a couple of early season goals for the Jackrabbits, who have another home match coming up this Sunday against Creighton. Well, there are several good senior goalkeepers in the league this year in women's soccer. Nicole Inskeep at SDSU for one. And then there is a freshman at Denver named Brittany Wilson. She played on a club team in high school that was ranked #1 in the nation. And in the past year, she has gained the attention of the U.S. women's national team.
Coach Hooker says she can cover the whole goal. Has called her spectacular and brave.
Sometimes maybe a little bit too brave, but you'd rather have that and back it off than try to teach someone to be, aggressive and things like that. Very good command of her box, and overall as a personality, just a really super good person.
Along with some impressive high school stats, those traits made freshman Brittany Wilson a highly sought-after goalkeeper during the recruiting process, even more so once she started getting calls from the national teams.
So my first call-up was the U19 national team, and that was in the spring, about a year ago, I think. Once I broke into the pool at 19, it was so exciting, and obviously my first camp I was really nervous and stuff, but at those camps, you know, it's just a crazy level of play, and you know, everybody's the best pretty much at that age group. And at my next camp, that was a U20 call-up, and that was really cool because some of those girls were in college, you know, have been playing in that national team pool for forever. So it was cool to experience that with them, and again, the level of play is just out of control.
While Wilson's incoming resume is quite impressive, the freshman still has plenty to learn, something she understands and is eager to do in order to get to the next level.
What we've seen the first couple days is we've seen the unbelievable saves, but we've seen a little bit of inconsistency with some of the easy stuff, you know, and so now I think with her it's a good balance of, you know, make the saves you're supposed to make, you know you're still going to be able to make those spectacular ones, but I think it's an adjustment for every freshman, you know, coming in, and the amount of shots they're seeing and crosses they're seeing and things like that.
You know, I hope, you know, to get to know the team better so I can play with them, you know their style, know my back four and how they play. You know, kind of getting better every single day is what's exciting, because we get so much training, we have so many resources, so I'm so happy and I feel so blessed to have that opportunity to get better every single day.
Wilson may have her eyes set on one day playing for the U.S. national team, but for now, she is ready to make an impact here at Denver.
I think it's nice that everybody kind of plays at this high speed, high level, and it's good to compete at that level and it's fun. But my first impression is just, I love the team, and I think we're starting to work with each other well, like even throughout these first 2 practices and stuff, so it's really fun, yeah.
And best of luck to Brittany in her freshman season in the Summit League. Elsewhere, IUPUI has won 3 of its first 4 games of the season. The Jaguars' Haley Shelton is one of the women's soccer players of the week. Shelton scored 2 goals and tallied an assist in a win over Marion College of Indiana. And then she scored the tying goal against Indiana State as the Jaguars went on to win that match 2-1. Carly Cook of Omaha is in her first season with the Mavericks. She is off to a great start this year, leads the team with 3 goals and 7 points in just the first 3 matches. And we have some great highlights from her coming up in a couple of minutes in Omaha's wins at home over Kansas City and North Dakota. And the Defensive Player of the Week is the keeper in Fargo. Monica Polgar takes over in the net this year for North Dakota State. She is a freshman from Cupertino, California. NDSU split 2 1-0 matches out in California last week, and Polgar ended the week with a .5 goals against average in those 2 matches. When we come back, how Omaha has worked to create a really fun game day experience for women's and men's soccer. Welcome back. Well, every athletic department and sport wants to create the game day experience, make it fun, make it exciting for the fans and the students. And there is one shining example of this in Omaha. They have a beautiful soccer facility there named Coniglia Field, and the game day experience there is colorful and loud and lots of fun. They also do a great job with their online access or their online coverage on Mavs All Access. And here are Noah Sullinger, Justin Doring, and Alex Abler on the call as they capture the opening weekend of play in women's soccer at Omaha.
Signal from the referee, UMKC takes the ball, and it's time for soccer from Coniglia Field. UMKC trying to get past the Omaha defensive line. They're able to get in. They have Shelton one-on-one, but Shelton able to knock it. I believe that's Carly Cook over there.
Carly Cook is
driving
really
in.
On fire. Yeah, that was a goal.
Mavericks take a 1-0 lead late in the second half.
So in the beginning of the game, I was just really excited to go out with a new team, fresh start. And then, I mean, we started off a little slow, but like throughout the game, we just really picked it up and started to play as a team. This is my first college start, first college goal, everything. So to be able to come here and have coaches that trust me to go out and put the ball in the back of the net is amazing. And the fact that I could do it is just really amazing.
Cook ready. Here's the kick. And it's in. Carly Cook scores for the Mavericks on the penalty kick. And the Mavericks have new life. 1-1 the score. Ready for the reset. Here it is. Shot toward the goal box, deflected. And it's in. But Omaha's defensive front there to stop it. Now one in for a goal. And as the clock strikes 0 for the Mavericks, final score 3-1. Mavericks fall in their second game of the season.
Hey, let's go! That's a 3, 1, 2, 3!
Cook, a couple defenders to beat. Be able to get around a couple of them. Cook outside of the penalty box, shot toward the goal, and it's in! Carly Cook puts one in. Another goal for the Mavericks. This time Ava Deutsch gets it. Well, it looked like a wild pass to Lydia Holt and set Deutsch up perfect.
And that is it. Your score. Omaha Women's Soccer beats North Dakota Fighting Hawks 2-0.
Well, when we come back, the opening weekend for the Omaha men with the guys from All Access and the Men's Soccer Players of the Week. Welcome back, and back to Omaha. The Mavericks opened their home season in men's soccer with an exhibition against Marquette and then a win over San Francisco. And here again are the guys from Mavs All Access with the highlights and some post-match reaction from head coach Jason Mims.
Good crowd here at Caniglia Field, exhibition match. Last shootout for the Mavericks before the regular season begins next Friday against San Francisco. Get a little bit of a running start at it. Long throw in into the goal box, deflect into the goal. That's a good for the Mavericks. That's how you pick it off. Quick goal for Omaha. And who else but Mark Moulton puts it in the goal. Nelson sets up. Here's the kick. And it's in, and Omaha able to win in the penalty kick stage. Mavericks win 5-4, perfect 5 for 5 on their PKs. They wind up taking that one. What a thrilling finish.
I was nervous, but I picked my spot, I put it in, and seeing all those guys right after me was great. Being at the bottom of that dog pile was just fantastic. It was wonderful.
Bring it out. Jaime with it. Nelson tries to knock that one down. Moulton. Inside the penalty box, a shot, and a goal for the Mavericks. Martin. Here's the shot. Maverick goal! Eva Savage. Able to get one more. Just now at 30 minutes remaining in regulation. Eva Savage centering pass in for a goal. What a pass by Eva Savage.
Yeah.
What a pass.
We're happy. We were excited for this game for several reasons, but one of them, most importantly, half our team is new. And so we had no idea what to expect. So I think you saw a glimpse of 16, 17. I think we played maybe 18 players, a lot of guys. Everybody worked hard. I'm excited. This is the deepest team we've had probably in the 5 years that we've been here. So super pleased, super excited.
It's going to be fun to see how the Mavericks come out in men's soccer this year. They were picked second in the coaches' preseason poll. Denver is almost everybody's choice to win the league again. And then Oral Roberts picked third right below those two. As we get the season going in men's soccer, ORU has the league's Offensive Player of the Week. Santiago Riveros is a junior from Colombia, and he assisted on three of the 4 goals as Oral Roberts opened the year with 2 wins down in Texas against Incarnate Word and another one against Michigan State. Both of those were 2-1 wins for ORU. Denver was out in New York last week to open the season. The Pioneers got a tie against Monmouth and a 1-0 win over Rutgers. Reagan Dunk gets the Defensive Player of the Week honors this week. He led Denver's back line and had an assist on both of Denver's goals. Denver, by the way, is rated number 19 in the nation this week in the top drawer soccer national standings. Well, we will finish up with more men's soccer when we come back. Take you through a long, hot, grueling day of practice at Western Illinois with senior defender Ephraim Okeke.
Inside the Summit League on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dakota Land Honda, and South Dakota Corn.
Well, Western Illinois has a men's soccer player named Ephraim Okeke. He is from Jackson, Mississippi. He has missed 2 seasons already with injury, but he is hoping that this year, his senior year, is going to be something special. He and his teammates have been sweating it out in the dog days of summer in Macomb, Illinois, getting ready for the season. And here is a little look at life with the Leathernecks.
Hi, my name is Ephraim Okeke. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. Today we're in our second day of preseason. We had our fitness test this morning at 6:30 a.m. and we're getting ready to begin our 3rd training session of preseason. Legs are tired and heavy, you know, but this is what it's all about. Just grinding it out, preparing for our first exhibition match. We're wrapping up our morning training session. We did a lot of technical work. We're getting ready to head to lunch, get some food in our system, some fluids in our body. Be back out here this evening for our 4th training session and put it all on the field. It's day 2, session number 4, well, session 6 for some guys. We just had a long break after lunch. We're getting ready to start our 2nd training session of the day. Just about the grind, you know. We're just trying to see how we're looking as a team and, you know, just putting the effort in the work now. We did a lot of possession work, a lot of transition work. It's been a great 2 days so far. I thank you all for following us. This is what it's like to be a student athlete at Western Illinois.
Well, the Leathernecks have 2 more matches on the road this weekend, and they will finally get to play their home opener on September 10th against Bowling Green. And we'll see you next week on Inside the Summit League.